going on? It's Trey here, and since you found me, you might as well hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Today, we're going to be talking about Greenland. In anticipation of Greenland 2 coming out January 9th, 2026, I decided to give this one a look. And man, I'm glad I did. So, without further ado, let's get into the review. First and foremost, I must say, man, listen. Greenland is one of those movies that quietly slid under the radar, but it deserves way more respect. This one right here came out during the pandemic in 2020, so of course a lot of people missed it. Me included, I was one of them. But upon watching this, I can say this is easily one of the most grounded disaster movies I have ever seen. So let me catch y'all up to speed a bit. The story follows John Garrett, played by Gerard Butler. And if you're not familiar with Gerard Butler, he was King Leonidas off of 300. So John, along with his wife, Allison, played by Morena Baccarin, as well as with their son, Nathan. And all three of them are having to deal with a world-ending event, a cosmic hitting Earth called Clark. How ironic, huh? Clark can't hit the Earth. Well, that's just how my brain thinks. But at first, the word of this movie just think that the comet is going to burn up once it hits the Earth's atmosphere. As they soon realize, when fragments start hitting cities, they in trouble. What I love most about Greenland is that it doesn't turn the apocalypse into some roller coaster ride. This movie mainly focuses on panic, logistics, human fear, as well as human behavior. It gives no big heroic speeches, no Avengers energy. This film really just focuses on just regular people trying to survive. Starting out, what works in this film for me, is the realism. This movie feels uncomfortably close to real life. People aren't brave. They're scared, they lie, they steal, and they abandon others inside the city. From the airport scene to the military checkpoints and the road rage moments, all of it feels like how society would really act at this moment was really going on in real time. The acting in this film also is solid. Gerard Butler gives one of his best performances in this film. Like I mentioned, he's not an action hero here. He's a husband, a dad, just drowning in pressure. You see his guilt, his frustration, and his helplessness. He's messed up, as well as he messes up also, as well as he panics after his mess up. That's a lot of messing up. But with all that, that makes him human. Morena Baccarin in this film is also a great performance. You can tell she is the emotional backbone. I mean, her character goes through hell, physically and emotionally. She faces injuries, fear, separation from her family, and she still keeps it pushing. She brings real heart to the movie and keeps it from feeling cold. This movie was directed by Rick Roman Way, and man, he did a great job at conveying tension. I mean, from the beginning to the end, this movie does not let you breathe. I mean, every time you think you're safe, well, they think they're safe. Man, something goes wrong. That one particular scene where the family get separated at the military base, that's pure nightmare fuel. And I felt it because I'm a father myself with 2 kids and a wife, and man, if that would have happened to me, I would have had to go through hell and high water to find mine. But during that scene, watching parents scream and beg, as well as getting dragged away from their kids, man, it was rough. And the destruction in this film feels terrifying, not flashy. I mean, no slow motion explosions, no cool heroic shots, just shockwaves screaming, debris falling from the sky. It feels chaotic and real. And that's what helped this movie move along and stay grounded. Now, something that's pretty neutral for me in this film, it does follow a familiar formula. And if you've seen a lot of disaster movies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You have a family get separated, they fight to get back reunited, and during the midst of all that, obstacles just keep coming. But what makes Greenland stand out and different from the rest is how emotionally heavy it is. Now, like any other movie, here's some things that doesn't work for me. This right here is where I gotta keep it real because no movie is perfect. First off is the government selection system. The whole chosen family thing in this movie, it's supposed to feel strict and cold, but the rules aren't always clear. Sometimes it feels airtight, and other times it feels like exceptions happen just to move the story along. And for a movie built on realism like this one, I just wanted a little bit more consistency. It all just starts to feel convenient instead of logical. And then we have some character decisions. Yes, don't get me wrong, I understand panic makes people irrational. I get that part. But some choices just felt forced for drama. There are moments in this film where characters trust the wrong people, obviously wrong people, and just take risks that don't line up with natural human survival instinct. And instead of feeling organic, it just feels like the script needed a problem, so it created one. Also, the pacing structure shows its hand after a little while. The movie keeps doing this pattern. almost safe, disaster, lost again. Don't get me wrong, it all works until you start to suspect it. And once you can predict the rhythm, that just makes the suspense lose a little power. And also, some side characters don't get enough depth. Now, this movie right here came in at 2 hours. So I feel 2 hours is more than enough time to give our main characters some time and some of the side characters and develop them a little bit better. I mean, you have some people exist just to cause conflict or just to make things harder for the main family. And we don't spend enough time with them to feel their full impact. This movie proves it can do emotional scenes, so it's noticeable when it doesn't commit to those characters. And also, another thing, the science and logistics mostly work, but sometimes stretch. Information in this movie travels too smooth. Some routes stay open longer than they realistically would. Certain events happen too fast or too slow, all depending on what the scene needs. Not a deal breaker, but obviously noticeable in a film that focuses mainly on realism. And last but not least, the ending. This movie ends in a bunker scene. I'm not going to say too much, but for those of you that have seen this film, if you know, you know. The bunker sequence is tense, emotional, and well done at the same time. But after that, the movie rushes to aftermath. And after that moment, we don't sit with the trauma, the grief, or the survivor's guilt long enough. And that emotional fallout could have taken this movie a whole nother level. But finally, my final thoughts, Greenland works for me, because it's not just about the comet. It's about how people act when the world is ending. It understands fear, it understands depression, and last but not least, it understands family. This isn't a popcorn disaster film. This is an anxiety attack in a film form. And with Greenland 2 being in theaters with the recording of this video, this felt like the perfect time to see what this movie was all about from all the trailers that I'm seeing of Greenland 2. And how the movie ended, I'm excited to see what kind of world they are walking into, literally. But you guys let me know in the comments below if you've seen Greenland. Does it work or does it not work for you? But the rating I would have to give Greenland would be a 6.5 out of 10. And I feel this is one of the most intense disaster films of the last decade. But if you made it to this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you. If you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe on your way out, because it greatly helps the channel. But be sure to follow for any more movie news, reviews, or anything of that nature, because it's possible. If you've seen it, I've seen it too.